This is the dock entrance for the old Kmart. This is the dividing wall between Kmart and Big Lots. Goes all the way up to the ceiling. And down the hall, it's just one straight access point. This was so Kmart, which was a separate building, would have access to the dock. This is the back room for Kmart. I just came through those doors from the dock. On the left is a conveyor which goes up to this mezzanine floor, which is concrete, which they stored a lot of small items. And then over to the right is the first entrance into the retail area, the Kmart store. And here is the other entrance they cut in to the Kmart store. Now, I'll walk out here. This is the main retail for Kmart. Now, if you look up here, this wall on the left is the wall between the Kmart and the Big Lots. It goes all the way up the ceiling. It's just drywall, can come out. That structure in the middle is the pharmacy that Kmart had. As you can see, the ceiling is drop panel grid with the sprinklers below the grid. We propose we will tear out the grid squares, rectangles, and we will invert the sprinklers and open it up just like it is with the Big Lots. Now the coloring on the ceiling in here is gray, and the brown and dark gray is the trusses, and that is just like in the Battle Creek store right now. Columns are round in this store instead of square like they are in Battle Creek. And that entrance you see there is the entrance into the garden center. And this goes all the way down. And that is the garden center wall that you're looking at right there. And we are proposing that we will leave the grids up in this section and put in the drop ceiling, because this will be food prep area for coffee, deli, meat, cheese, and so on, because we have to have a drop ceiling for that. But then we would open up the rest of it. I'll go out in the garden center and take some video for you there. As a side note, that opening in the middle is the opening into the bathrooms and some of the offices. And there's an opening into the offices and also a direct line to an exit door in the back. And here is another door into that back room. Another picture from the greenhouse entrance area. There's the bathrooms. There is the entrance into the back room, the second entrance into the back room. And there, I don't know if you can see it, there's an opening in the corner. I'll move a little bit so you can see it, which goes into the back room. And that wall right there is the one that we would take out. And so from here, you'd be able to see all the way into the Big Lots building. It would open it right up. For reference, here's the old pharmacy, which might be head cashier, I don't know. And there is another entrance out into the parking lot, which they just used as an emergency door. So here's the garden center area. This was 20 feet wide by 140 feet long. The doors, I'll swing around for the door. And there are brick-lined columns every 12 feet here, which you can't see. They put this shelving units in front of them, which we would take that out and open it up and build a greenhouse out there. And then here is their entrance, which was glass, to the parking lot. Here's the entrance into Kmart's old garden center. They put these strips up just to keep the weather out because the sprinklers in the garden center part are frost proof.